It's on.
Oh, it's on. Okay. Welcome to another fireless side chat.
Yeah, it's been warm, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're about to probably this week because it's supposed to get cooler.
Yeah,
Hello.
awesome. So this week, we're starting a new month.
Yep.
This month is about the kingdom of God. So today is an introductory video, and for the rest of the weeks in the months of December, minus the week of Christmas,
And probably New Year's, but
right, that we'll count that in. We will be doing so there will be a break this month because of the holiday, but it'll be a week-long break. So just so you know, that'll be coming up, and we'll say Merry Christmas on the website so you know when the break is.
I wear my suit and hat. But anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah. Santa will look like Santa. So we are going to do an overview of the kingdom of God. So last month in November, all the videos centered around what can you do to know Jesus. So what can you do in your life to get to know Jesus better? So each week we discussed actions that souls can take to get to know Jesus. This month, we are actually going to go into describing the kingdom of God on the earth so that you can see where your faith practice and even your whole being in life is derived from as a citizen of the kingdom of God, of this Jesus' people. So we'll get into that today. Right. So, family. What are your thoughts on the kingdom of God? We'll have this conversation in front of them first. Go ahead, Father.
Let's see. The kingdom of God.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
It is here on earth. There's regions of it.
There are regions. It is on the planet.
It is on the planet. We are the militant church, I guess.
Church militant,
Church militant.
That's the region we're in.
You too.
You are. Everybody on the planet, if they are alive on the planet right now, are literally in the church militant. Yeah. So whether they're a believer or not, they actually are in.
It's like I tell people
that level of heaven.
They're all Catholic. Some of them don't know it yet.
They don't even know it yet.
They'll find out when they get to heaven.
But yes, we try to.
Sometimes before that.
Yeah, we try to be a body of a family that helps people realize that that's where they're at now. So the church militant is where we are right now in the region of the kingdom of God, and we are on the planet. We're alive. I call it a big classroom. So
it is a continuous lesson.
But I am a teacher, so that's how I look at it. Everybody I see around me, all the live things, anything that is alive, I consider it to be a part of that lesson of me walking around the kingdom of God in the church militant. So that's how I see the world. That's my perspective. My husband sees the same way. Sylvia is learning to see that perspective, that we walk around in a region of the kingdom of God on the planet. So I guess you would call us monarchists. Like right now,
we have a king.
We have a king, and we're ruled by him only. Period. End of story. So, like, people are like...
Although he has us adhere, like he says in the scriptures, adhere to the rules and the laws of the land.
Yeah, so whatever the earthly, secular rules are, we are to obey them because
until if they step over what our beliefs.
Morally wrong.
And they're morally wrong, then we wouldn't do that.
It would actually be a sin for us not to do something about it. So that's how you look at it. We are in the world, but not of it. So God's kingdom on the planet looks nothing like what you see around you in your everyday life. It is something you can't see, but you can know that is there. And as you get older and your practice of Catholicism gets tighter and stronger, you'll know that it's there. Yeah, so we'll be describing that all month. There's other regions to the kingdom of God.
Yep. There's the lower regions where we don't want to be, if at all possible.
And what's the name of the lower regions of the kingdom?
It's Hades. Or
hell. Yeah.
You can just say the word.
Sylvia, you call it something specific in the
I
kingdom.
do.
Yeah, it started with a D. I think you mentioned it earlier.
I called it the dungeon.
Yeah. Hell is not a good place. So how do they describe hell? It's the absence of God. So it is positive punishment. So the punishments are positive. That means they will be felt. They're sensory in nature. So the five senses are involved in hell. So that tells you a lot.
They're continuous.
Yeah. So
and they're eternal lasting.
Yeah.
Which is not a place you want to be.
No. So we'll have a weekend where we're discussing hell and all the things that go with hell. There is purgation. So that's the church suffering. So that's another state. So the kingdom of God, you can't heaven and hell. The church knows that they are places. Purgation, there are references in the Bible where it is a place, but it also could be a state of existence where you're in purgation before you get to heaven.
Purified because God can't be around in any sin.
So if you die in you can't die in mortal sin. If you have any venial sins or you have any attachments to this place left, any idolizations, anything like that, purgation takes place before you are invited into heaven. And
or sometimes called purgatory.
Yeah, purgatory. So purgation is described as the church suffering because it equals all of the suffering that was or ever will be on the planet. So,
it's not a fun place.
Well, the suffering also is it feels like a fire. So, what it actually is you are actually able to see Jesus and the realm around you. You're actually aware of where you fell into that here, into God's will and plan. So you have full understanding by that point, but you are denied for a punishment for whatever you have to pay.
Well, until you're purged.
Until you're purged of everything.
It's more like it's not really a punishment. It's like
it is.
Well, it's the purification. So it's like when
cleans you out.
When it's like going to. It's a little bit more. Well, it's a lot more than going to like reconciliation.
That would be easy.
That would be an easy part. So the more we can
go to confession,
the more that we can do down here
to purge ourselves
of this place and sin, the quicker we get to heaven.
For sure.
Which is the other realm.
Which is the final realm. It's the church triumphant. Heaven is described as receiving the beatific vision. So the beatific vision is having the full awareness as of what you earned. So there are even levels of happiness in heaven. The fullness of knowing God as He truly is. So try to imagine
seeing Him
and seeing Him, and
which
knowing
we can't do in these
knowing Him as He is.
Yes.
So imagine for a moment the thing that makes you happiest on the planet is actually not the thing that makes creatures the happiest. The thing that actually makes creatures the happiest is the creator. Believe it or not, we are actually made that way. So when we get to heaven, that's when that is fully revealed to us. And the souls that are in heaven are in a permanent, utter state of joy, not by things or anything like that. It is actually being one with the Creator. So we have absolutely no idea of the level of extreme. There's no way to even use words to explain the level of joy and happiness that is felt in heaven. So we don't have that concept here. We have been exiled from that. But there's been many saints, many visions, many traditions in the church that are aware, have known, have proven that heaven is a place that exists. And they have, in the Revelation, they have understanding of what that looks like and what it is like. So, and that is all in the Catholic Church. So those are the realms. Like I said, we're monarchists. We belong to that kingdom. If somebody comes up and says, "Are you a Democrat or Republican?" I just I'm a monarchist.
Politics is trash anyway.
Yeah, politics is we actually believe in the kingdom of heaven. So we obey the authorities here. We're not really.
We render into Caesar.
And if there's something that's morally wrong or is against the faith, we fight against that wholeheartedly and disagree. So if things are wrong, we don't hesitate to tell the truth and say that they're wrong, regardless of what the impact is on us, because that's what we are as servants of the King that we serve. So this month we're going to talk about the kingdom of God, the various realms in detail, so that by the end of the month into the new year, you have a better understanding of the kingdom that you are deciding to be a part of, which happens at confirmation, which is very exciting. It is a wonderful gift to be even able to have a king that is the bomb diggity and made all this. And even is gracious enough to let us think that we can run things the right way, which is so false.
Sometimes we're not very good. Well, we're not very good stewards as humans of the planet that He gave us. We're supposed to be good stewards of it.
Yeah, we're supposed to be the caretakers of it. So you can actually be that now. The Greenpeace movement doesn't have anything on Catholics because we are actually, all humans are called to be stewards of the creation in any form that it takes. So it's quite interesting. But anyway, I'm glad everybody came, and thank you for participating.
Yes, thanks for everybody that did come and got on the Zoom meeting.
Yep, we got to see everybody.
Pretty much everybody.
Hopefully in January the vaccines will go through and we'll be able to meet as a group. That would be lovely.
And as we get closer to the retreat, that'll be fun too as well. We'll make it as interesting and fun as possible. So
yeah, absolutely. So any questions or anything like that, feel free to contact us. We're here to be a service to you as you learn with your family. Continue on. I'll post underneath this video the agenda for your week. Make sure you get it done by next week. And if you haven't scheduled your confession, it is extremely important for you to get your confession in before Christmas. So please make sure that you schedule your reconciliation with Father. It would make him very busy, and yeah, just get it done before Christmas if you can, or ask him when he's having them or whatever. And thank you. Take
Yes,
care.
thank
Bye-bye.
you. God bless.